Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right. I'm John Palacio.
And I'm Marlene Cuellar, and thank you for joining us this morning.
It's Fun Friday.
It's a nice, cool Friday out. There's some rain.
It's a nice, cool Friday indeed. We had some rain. I heard this one today.
You heard it. All right. That means you were up my hours then. That's good.
Yeah, somewhere after 5 o'clock or a few minutes before 6, we got some there in the Belama area, and well, it was good.
Yeah. Well, it definitely cooled down the temperatures for today. And I'm not sure what we're going to expect. We were told we'd be seeing some showers, and definitely we have been seeing them so far.
Indeed. But I also noticed that we've been seeing some very cool weather. And there is always, like this corner of my house, I know I lean northish. So when I feel breeze coming through those windows, curtains flying, I say, well, hey. And then my kids are like, but daddy feel coolish.
Yeah.
I'm not the pro. We'll be chit-chatting with them a little later on this morning. But indeed, it has been a very cool day or two.
You're making a lot of people jealous when you talk about a cold front exclusively at your house. I don't know about that one, right? Because it's been hot for quite a few days. But, you know, I got to say, though, one of the things that we do have to look at is that the weekend is approaching. Of course, we get through today, but very key is that we're still in the middle of the 2 weeks restriction, the 2 week restrictions with shorter curfew, and of course the Sunday no movement day.
Indeed.
So people do need to take that into consideration, as it is expected that you will only be moving around on Sunday for absolutely essential activities.
Indeed, and the Compo, like we mentioned yesterday, the day before yesterday, had the day before that, put some clarity on what these Sunday lockdowns will look like, especially for essential workers or for folks who would need to go out and do some emergency work, or if you need to go to the store or get food or some sort. There were clarity about it.
It is for the entire country.
It is for the entire country.
Even the parts of the country, the tourism destinations that are allowed to have movement until 9 p.m. during the week. There are also going to be no movement days on Sundays. So that is countrywide. Do remember that there is a list of activities. You can go out and pick up food. You can make your trips to the airport if that's necessary. If you are an essential worker, you are allowed to go to work to be able to go and get the job done.
Get the job done, because there will be folks who will be moving for emergency reasons,
medical emergencies,
for food. These things are still allowed or will be allowed during that particular time. But the Compo had specified that if you were moving, then you must have your reason as to why you are moving. And so if you've got these things, then that's okay. If you don't, then you know that you're not supposed to be out there. Now the country, we're in this situation because of what the pandemic is doing to us at this particular time.
Yeah, I think a good word of advice is that you walk around with your ID, your work ID as well, if you are an essential worker, just so you can be able to clarify. I haven't seen, well, because the news finishes after curfew hours, I haven't seen a heavy presence of police, but I also see no movement. So by and large, in the city, it seems that people are abiding by the regulations.
At least here in the city, we could see that. We also see at about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, that's when the stores would get very crowded. And we'd like for folks to adhere to the social distancing rules, wear your mask as well, and make sure that you sanitize as soon as you give your money or you receive your change, because it is very important. These stores, Marlene, they could get very crowded at around 4 or 5 o'clock.
You know, that's probably something that has to be looked at. I remember early on in the last wave, end of last year, they were talking about having wardens at the supermarkets, ensuring people are social distancing. There were even limits placed on the number of people who could go into the supermarket at one time. And I think that when we start to tighten up on the restrictions with movements. It has to be throughout. It has to be that you're ensuring that there are safety protocols in place in all aspects of society.
Especially when we know that we're going to get those, everybody trying to flock to 2 or 3 or 4 particular places to find everything that they need. So definitely it would be a very good idea if, you've got people there to try and, curtail the crowd.
It's a strange thing, and I don't know, maybe viewers will be able to share their experience. You very often you might be home by 7 p.m., especially during the week. And it's just a thought that you can't run out. You feel like you have to go to the supermarket just in case. I was surprised on Monday to just see how crowded it was and the amount of people who were packing up stores, picking up last minute items. I guess it's the idea that, if you need to, you can't get there again. Have you done a supermarket run this week?
Yes, I have.
I'm telling you, right?
Yes, I have.
Do we normally do supermarket runs during the week?
No. No, but what I did yesterday was I took a few minutes off to go to the supermarket when I know that a lot of people will not or won't be inside there. Did what I had to do, put everything in the vehicle, and then get ready for work off. And so that's what I did. But Marlene, the weekend is here. And everybody knows that coming this Sunday is going to be a no movement day. So what's going to happen is that Saturday, because we've got this culture just late. So I know that tomorrow it's going to be a day.
Go to last hour before the supermarket closes. Guilty. I am so
guilty too. But
and
tomorrow,
the cashier watches you like really?
Yes.
You just grab the cart.
You bring 3-4 cart afterwards. They're ready to lock up, Shutters are coming down, but tomorrow is going to be a day whereby, especially here in the city, whereby a lot of people will be going a lot of places to try and get what they need to do. Look, if you could do that sometime during lunch today, then try and do that. If tomorrow morning you wake up very early to go to the market or go to a supermarket, then you do that. Don't wait for 5 minutes to 6 to try and get to the supermarket tomorrow. It's not going to work out for you. It's more disastrous than anything. It's like when they tell you don't rush on the highway. You want to get to Belmopan for 7 o'clock, then left 5:30, man, you've got an hour and a half. Anything can happen. It's the same thing. We're trying to curb this pandemic, man. It's serious out there, Mar.
No,
and the numbers are actually showing.
I did want to say, though, that there are some numbers that have been released because we're talking about our reality. And, we have been blessed and we've been fortunate enough to maintain our employment over the course of the pandemic. People out there some are still looking for jobs, and the food assistance program is still ongoing. And especially if you are a COVID positive person, you're not able to work, there are hotlines that are being posted by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And so there's a one-time grocery package that you can receive if you are quarantining at home. Maybe you live alone, maybe your entire house has persons who are COVID positive and you can't get out to get your groceries. So you can call 613-6703 or 613-6582. And this is for persons who are COVID-19 positive.
Wow.
So that is very critical information for people to know, because the idea is if you test positive, the next step from that clinic or that hospital, if you don't require hospital care, is that you go home and you stay there for the next 14 days. Do not come out because then you are only continuing to spread the virus. And of course, there are over 1,700 people, 1,798 persons who are COVID positive at this time. And the hospitalizations, they're at 30. So there are 30 hospitalizations at this time.
And we're glad for how the numbers are actually showing, how they're showing the numbers, whereby you could see those who haven't been vaccinated, those who've had one jab, and those who are fully vaccinated who have been infected. So when I watch that, then I know that these numbers, while they're realistic, they're actually showing that the vaccine does work.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's very clear the vast majority of hospitalizations are persons who are unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated. But of course, if you zone in there, so the red represents those who are unvaccinated. The yellow are those who have received a first dose, and the green, it's for persons who have received 2 doses of the vaccines. Now, we haven't gotten a whole lot of details about these deaths as yet for persons who are fully vaccinated. I believe on Wednesday, the first report that kind of had this data broken down in this way showed that 2 deaths were for fully vaccinated persons. If I reflect back on our conversation with Nurse Bowman when she was here talking about their experience at KHMH, she was very clear to say that at that time, and that's probably about a week ago, over a week ago, there were no deaths for fully vaccinated persons. And she was very clear in distinguishing. Their definition of fully vaccinated means that you've received 2 doses of vaccines, plus it's been 2 weeks since your second dose. In other words, you've given your time for the body to be able to build up that immunity.
Yes. I could recall seeing that story because people must know, and a lot of people would want to know. I've received the job, or people have received the job, but you still have a loss of life or 2. But they're saying that what you need to do is that, following your second job, you're not fully there until 14 days after you've received that. So, after you've received the second one. So what are the odds there? And then again, the numbers from yesterday, or what we were seeing a while ago on the screen, reflects the numbers from August 1st to September 22nd to 23rd, somewhere around there. And those are the numbers, and you could actually see unvaccinated, 1 job, and fully vaccinated on there. And the numbers are reflecting what the situation is, Mar. Yeah. So we try our best to make sure that you get nothing but true data provided to us from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. That's what you saw a while ago on the screen.
Yeah. So as we head into the weekend, we just want to encourage you once again to keep on following with all your safety protocols. Watch your distance, wear your mask, keep on washing those hands and sanitizing. It is evident that all that we've been told about Delta, about how quickly it spreads, I mean, Belize City is still a big area of concern.
It is indeed. And people continue to do other things to be, to be hospitalized. And I'm trying to, and a good example of that, last night there was a shooting in Belize City where I think 2 or 3 people were shot on Simon Lam Street, right here in Belize City. That's right there. Corner of Freetongue Road and Simon Lam Street in that particular area. And so what are we doing? Why are we trying to harm each other when we know for a fact that we're in a pandemic? It's tough to see. Yesterday there was a gang truce meeting between authorities and these guys who refer to themselves as gangs. I mean, we're having conversations, and yet things are still happening. No, I'm not saying it's from the rival gangs who had a truce yesterday, but look at the situation. It's tough. It's tough. So what are we doing? My goodness, man. My goodness.
No, and I echo your calls. I think the situation, and we don't know the details of the shooting as yet, whether or not it was gang related or what the story is behind the incident. We'll have that for you in the newscast tonight. But it did take place a bit before curfew.
And
that's the part that I think it just gets even more troubling. Even the people who are going out there committing these types of crimes, they're keeping to the curfew, which means that we're having shootings in the middle of the day at 5 in the evening.
Look, the video of this thing came out while I was watching my sister reading the news, Sabrina. And then, so it's on there, you're watching on social media, then you're scrolling, and then there's a video of a shooting. Like, what? The name's 7 yet?
Yeah.
Man, it's tough to what's going on within this city and how people are. And, I'm looking forward to that first conversation because it has a big role to play of what things are at this morning. We'll tell you exactly what that is a little later on. But also in the news last night, Marlene, was the fact that there was a business who provided some slight physical relief, I would say, to the nurses.
No, I say big shout out to them.
Big shout out to that company.
Courts they saw the stories of the nurses and what they were going through, the long hours that they were putting in when they detailed going into the COVID unit for the beginning of their shift, putting on their PPEs and not coming out until it's over. Listen, there are a lot of hard workers in Belize. I question how many people would actually do that for their job and with a pay cut. Perhaps not a KHMH because that's a different story. But
yes.
The situation is that they go in there and they don't take it off. They don't get to take a break for water. They don't take a break for calls or check the social media like other people are doing on the job. They don't take breaks to eat. They just go in and they try to save the lives of these Belizeans and keep them alive as a matter of duty. So seeing the business community respond in that way is really encouraging. It's kind gestures like that just let them know that they are appreciated.
Crack buck.
And there is the head of the nursing unit there at KHMH, Casilda Bowman.
Yeah. She did.
Testing it out for the rest of her team,
and
right?
I can't blame her. I can't blame her. She is, big kudos out to courts for that. That's something that that they really need. But I got to utter the words of one of the nurses who got interviewed yesterday. She said that while we're clearing a bed, we have to hurry and sanitize that bed, clear it out, because there's another patient coming in. As soon as we take somebody out, somebody's coming in, and it's not stopping. And she's saying, when will it stop? When will it stop? We need relief. That's what the nurse was saying yesterday in a story that we ran yesterday afternoon. Yesterday evening, as a matter of fact. But man, the nurses, this is our way of helping them. Our way of helping these nurses for us to try and curb, to flatten this curve. That's what we need to do if we want to help them. Kudos to courts for providing to them that relief of having to sit back and relax. The timings they've got to do it. But we could do even better by staying at home, social distance, not a shake, nobody hand, not a, hey, what's up, man? Not wearing these masks. We need to sanitize our hands. It's up to us, Belizeans. We need to do our part. People are doing theirs. Let's do ours.
Yeah, and just on a last note, because for me, I think it's really important to recognize that we are fighting a disease. We're not fighting other people. We're in a war with this
an invisible disease.
Yeah, with an invisible enemy.
Enemy.
And so I think that people who come in contact with COVID, not many of them are out there seeking it. Sometimes it's brought to you. Sometimes you let your guard down just momentarily with family or friends, and you don't realize the threat that is there. So do remember that if you have symptoms, the most important thing to do, if you feel like it's allergies or if you feel like it's a cold or something, monitor yourself and get tested and isolate as quickly as possible. Wear your mask and everything else. But the other factor is if you know you don't feel well, don't go to work, don't go hang out with your friends, don't go visit the family, because you're only just increasing the spread. And then take care of yourself and monitor those symptoms. The people who are going into the hospital, we're told by healthcare professionals, are going in late. They're going in with very severe symptoms. And it's very tough to treat them at that time. So if you know that you are feeling extremely weak and you're concerned, contact the health authorities, and perhaps you may need some oxygen or some treatment to get you back on track so that you can survive the disease.
Indeed, and they're also saying for people with underlying conditions, like if you've got diabetes and other underlying conditions, still take your medication. It's very important. That's what they said yesterday in the newscast. Take your medication. It's very important. Remember, we're not able to see this disease. We can't see it. So, and it takes a few days before it pitches tent in the body and then just rear its head because it's now in there. So let's see what we need to do to flatten this curve and become a better country, a better nation, and we're able to move once again like we used to. How much people want to jump up, but we can't do it.
Oh my God.
And it's all up to us.
I know. The COVID fatigue is real. Let's just say that. We're all tired of thinking about it, talking about it, worrying about it. But that's just where we are. We are the unique population that lives through a pandemic. It hasn't happened in 100 years. And we'll all look back at this and have our own unique perspectives. But for now, we have to do what is necessary so that we can see the end of this phase in our lives quicker.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, but Marlene, while we've motivated folks, what do you say we ramp it up with the eye opener? Ready?
Yes,
Set?
that's right. Let's move into our eye opener for this morning, which is taken from dailyom.com, and it goes like this. While we are on Earth, we are all human beings in different phases of our lives and soul development. We all have our own life story. It is filled with relationships and events that help shape who we are and what we believe to be true about the world. Depending on our perspective and willingness to grow, our experiences can become fodder for negativity and patterns of playing the victim. Or they can fuel a life of empowerment and continued self-development. It is the story we tell ourselves about what happens that makes all the difference. You are the only one who can define what role you will play in your own life. By taking responsibility for your story, you're able to learn and grow, forgive, and find compassion. And most importantly, move on into a brighter future. From now on, you can choose a life story that supports you. Let it be proof of your own resilience and creativity. Be kind with the roles you give yourself and generous with how many chances you get to learn what you need to know. When you remember that you are the author of your own story, you are free to create a masterpiece.
Tell you what I feel. I feel.
All right, ready, go.
I feel that this is supposed to be read while you're doing a truce. This is one of those things that we need to read in there. Because it says plain, let it be proof of your own resilience and creativity. From now on, it says, you can choose a life story that supports you. The one that you're living, is it supporting you? Let it be proof of your own resilience and creativity. Be kind with the roles you give yourself and generous with how many chances you get to learn what you need to know. When you remember that you are the author of your own story, you are free to create a masterpiece. Are you creating a masterpiece? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. This is a wonderful way to start your Friday morning, because while we're on earth, we're all human beings in different phases of our lives and soul development. Look, let's do what this says. It's important to be good to ourselves and create the best story to create a legacy for ourselves. Can't beat that, Mark.
Yeah. Well, this takes me all over the place. I'm thinking of some of the advice I hear from one of my favorite authors, Brene Brown. She talks about pay attention to the story you tell yourself, because so often we don't realize that we are narrating our own version of our truths within our heads, and it's not necessarily what's taking place. But ultimately, I think the eye-opener just drives home the point that you need to take charge. And if it's that you are ensuring that what you say to yourself is positive, it's uplifting, it's empowering, giving yourself the level of kindness that you give the other people and compassion that you give other people, and realizing that we are all charting our own courses. Going back to that world famous poem, I am the master of my fate and I'm the captain of my soul.
That's right. I love it. I love the way it was summed up. Excellent. But we do these things so you are motivated for your day. And while we do that, we motivate ourselves. All right. So that's the eye opener taken from dailyom.com. And we now need to move on to our weather. We'll be taking a look at our weather. We've got the folks there on the line. Let's see if we've got them as soon as we do. All right.
Good morning.
Here we go.
Relatively moist and unstable conditions linger over the area and will support a few showers or thunderstorms over some areas today. The forecast for today is for sunny skies with cloudy spells, along with a few showers and thunderstorms mainly over the north this morning, then over the interior this afternoon. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a few showers or thunderstorms mainly over the south. Winds over the open sea will be light and variable, and the seas will be slight. High temperatures today will be around 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 93 inland, but only 82 degrees up in the mountains. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for generally fair weather with isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms, except for a few more over southern districts Saturday night. There is a low tide at 6:13 this morning, a high 12:06 this afternoon, another low 6:03 this evening, and another high at 11:45 tonight. The sun rose at 5:41 this morning and will set at 5:47 this evening. The moon sets at 8:40 this morning and comes up again at 8:23 tonight. In the tropical weather outlook, at 3 o'clock this morning, now Hurricane Sam was centered near 11.5 degrees north, 42.2 west, or about 1,470 miles east-southeast of the northern Leeward Islands. Sam was moving to the west at 15 miles per hour, with maximum sustained winds of 75 miles an hour. An area of showers and thunderstorms a couple of hundred miles east of Bermuda is associated with a surface low and an upper level trough and has a medium chance of tropical or subtropical development through tomorrow. In this sargassum update, there is a small to medium chance of new sargassum affecting beaches across the country during the next few days. With that, we end this report from the Belize Weather Bureau.
Derek Redon, thank you so very much for providing us with the update in the weather. Now we know exactly what to expect when it comes to your weekend. Yeah.
That's
but you know what? It's going to be good, especially on Sunday. Just make it happen on Sunday.
You know how I feel about rain on the
I
weekend.
know how you
That's
feel
my
about
preference, yeah.
But nonetheless, we need to move on. We've got a packed show for you this morning. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a fun Friday. The lady we love so much is going to be back with us today. Jenny will be breaking things down for us. Jenny, I'm so excited to talk to Jenny. And it's going to be, we'll be tackling why children are actually dropping out of school during the pandemic. That's a conversation to look forward to.
All right. The second part of the show, we're featuring a small business. Of course, this young man started his entrepreneurship journey once again during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
And so it's always fascinating to hear these stories of how people have taken what has been a really tough situation for many and made an opportunity out of it. So we're going to have Kareem Flowers joining us. He is the owner of KF Catering.
And I'm hungry.
And
I can't wait.
our good
And then,
friend.
yes, our good friend is going to be joining us this morning and telling us how things have been going, performing his latest September song. Tia Shine will be joining us this morning for our final segment. It's going to be a Bashi Friday, Bashi.
You're just excited because there's food.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
That's what it
that
is.
too.
All right, but we got to get moving into our show. We'll take that break. And before we do, we got a birthday shout out. We're saying happy birthday to
Walton Banner. Happy birthday, Walton. Here is wishing you all the very best, my buddy. What he got on his suit there. That I could tell you. Happy birthday, my brother. Here is wishing you all the very best on your special day today, coming from your entire family, of course, coming from all of us here at Channel 5 and all of us right here on Open Your Eyes. And just before we take the break, Mara, I got one more.
No.
My Rotary sister, lad man. My Rotary sister, Roani Badillo, celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Ro. We love you so much. She's like the aunt of the group, man. Okay. So, Ro, happy birthday to you from your Rotary family. We'll take the break. We'll be right back with Jenny Lovell.
Hey son, how was your first day at sixth form?
Really cool. It was great to see my friends, and I really love my teachers.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sorry I wasn't there for your first day, but I'll be back from Corozal next week.
It's okay, Dad. I can't wait to see you. Oh, and please remember, I still have some books I need to purchase.
Ah, yes. Let me e-cash you that right now. Money has been sent. I add a little extra cash just for you.
Whoa, Dad. Thanks. Got it.
You're welcome, sir.
Download the eCash app today and take your first step into a cashless lifestyle. For more information, visit www.e-cash.com or contact us via WhatsApp at 613-0257. eCash, the future is here.
Bringing people together has always been SMART's mission and passion. That is why we are proud to have built a locally independent quality network from the ground up that spans the country with over 100 sites. We continue to add more affordable mobile data packages, broadband speeds, and voice services to meet your personal and business needs. Smart has set the standard of true competition with the most competitive prices on all services offered. We invite and welcome you to join the Smart family, where the value for your dollar matters. Smart will continue bringing new technologies, more affordable prices, network expansions, and people together. Smart, bringing people together.
Life can be tough when a loved one suddenly departs. Dependents of the deceased are sometimes left alone to pick up the pieces and may be stranded financially. Fortunately, the Social Security Board provides survivor's benefit to ease the burden. Survivor's benefit is paid to a widow or widower, children under 18 years, or up to 21 years if attending school, or dependent parents. A survivor's benefit can be either a grant or a pension. Want to know more about survivor's benefit? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 5 Caribbean Media Awards for 2019 and 2020. Best Television News Item, Best Responsible Coverage of Children's Issues, Best Health Education Journalism, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with special mention by the jury in the Best Television News Item category.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
Make those little slips. It happens. You have to have a plan to manage your problems effectively. How are you going to do it? Fall off the horse? Jump right back on.
We're back and we're ready and set to get into our first segment for this morning. It is a time of the morning whereby we broke it down with Jenny. She hasn't been here for a while, but we'll be tackling why children are actually dropping out of school during this pandemic. Jenny is on Zoom. Jenny, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
How's the weather there in Belmopan?
Oh, wet.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, here too.
imagine.
Here too.
I could
Wet.
imagine. I could imagine. The same with over here. We got some sprinkles this morning, but nonetheless, we still loving it. We love it, love it, love it.
Yes. Anytime.
But Jen, you've been missed as usual, and we've got some topics to share with you. As a matter of fact, we're looking forward to this one. This one surrounds why children are actually dropping out of school. Where do we start with this?
Oh man, I work with children. We were doing the metamorphosis, and so some of my kids have dropped out of school. And once they drop out, it's so hard to get them back. So I really was interested in, I started looking at overseas, what was going on overseas, and lots of children are dropping out. And the thing is, I have a little statement here that I found on CNN, and it says that happens suddenly. Kids don't just jump up one day and say, I'm dropping out of school. It says it happens slowly. They get a little behind, they get more behind, they can't imagine catching up.
Yeah.
So they just give up.
Yeah.
Jen, I want to step back for a moment because I think it's important to talk about your experience here. You've worked with what are called at-risk populations
Yes.
As a mental health therapist. So
Yes.
you have worked with children who are
Yes.
vulnerable to being recruited to gangs, already recruited to gangs, or living in neighborhoods where there is a lot of gang-related activity. When you
Yes.
see the shift that has had to take place because of the pandemic, what were some of your immediate concerns for these children that you've worked with before?
A lot of these children come to school and they haven't had a meal. Not because the parents are lazy, but because the parents really just don't have it. So they get their meals at school. So when they are at home because of the pandemic, then there's a real concern because how are they eating? What are they eating? Or how are they getting food? Because a lot of times the parents really just don't have it. A lot of those parents do not have the education, even the reading skills to help those children with homework. And they show me, like, one parent showed me for her little, I think the child is like 6 or 7, the stack of work that they give for homework. She can't help the child, and this child has to turn this in by a certain date.
Yeah.
And so the parents are frustrated, the children are frustrated, and then when you don't know how to manage and regulate, self-regulate, you take the anger out on the same child who is already suffering because they can't do the work.
Yeah.
Parent gets frustrated too. So it's really been, looking at the kids, I just really feel awful for them. I stayed in contact with my kids because I was hoping, like, one of them went back to school. He went to IT vet and he's doing well.
Yeah.
But he has a very supportive grandmother.
Yeah.
So he's doing well. A couple of the other kids are doing fairly well. But then there's another group of them that have just fallen off by the wayside.
So,
and it's money. It has a lot of it has finances too, Sorry, go ahead.
No, and that was actually the question I was going to ask. If you look at some of the reasons behind why some are still attempting to complete their studies online or from distance versus those who don't, what are the driving factors that make them choose not to re-enroll? You said money is one.
Money is a big one. That's the main one.
Yeah.
The parents can't afford it. Some of the people who might have assisted are struggling themselves.
Yeah.
They don't have enough in their family to be able to share with families who are less fortunate. So these children they're the ones who suffer. They're the ones who fall by the wayside. It's really sad. Before, like, some of these parents work at the restaurants. Some did work cleaning the streets, things like that. But they could get a meal from the restaurant when they closed. A lot of those people don't have work anymore. They just don't have the work.
Yeah.
So the ripple effect when a business closes or when a business is unable to reopen, the ripple effect it affects most of the people who can least afford to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
And their children are really at risk then, because then they look to other sources for making money. And if you're looking and seeing how many young people now are being murdered, because they're being recruited, and if they don't follow through on things, that's the consequence, you know. Yes, it's terrifying.
So it's been a challenge to keep some children in school with these factors even before COVID. Now with COVID, it becomes even more challenging. I was you know, I think sometimes it's so important we take different perspectives into account. And when you talk with some educators, they understand that if it's an online class, for example, there may be one phone that a family is using, or one tablet, or one computer, and the preference may go. Sometimes it goes to the brighter one in the family, or the one who is at the higher level of education, and or it's at work with mom or dad because they need to have contact. So the realities are so different across the country. And I hear you when you talk about resources being a part of the driving factor. But we are where we are right now, and we're still not able to get back to face-to-face education. When you put it into perspective, the Ministry of Education has already said that their data is saying that enrollment has dropped in some schools. So they know that some children have not returned to secondary level, secondary institutions. What are some of the things that you think has to be done as interventions?
Girl, let me tell you, these children have to be fed. So interventions have to be, and the people who are going to drop out are going to be the ones who least need to drop out. Those are the ones that are going to drop out because of not being able to get the tablet, not having the resources to check in online. And then once they check in online, there's no supervision. There's nobody to supervise them. Mom's gone out to work, or she has to go out and work, or she has to go find a way to feed them. So there's no supervision. Now, these children, a lot of them, and I kind of watched it with my nephews, they will wake up, without supervision, they will wake up, 5 minutes before classes, jump out of bed, sometimes not even wash their faces, and go sit in front of the computer because they have to check in. So they check in on the computer, put on their headphones. If you take their headphone and listen to it, they're not listening to the teacher, you know. They're listening to music, they're doing something else other than paying attention. Because all that's required is to sit there in front of the computer and look and be there. Not even look interested, be there. So there's got to be some way of challenging these children and interacting and engaging them. Because the minute they come in there in the morning, the disengagement begins. Teacher checks, goes through and does roll call. And then it's that, I'm teaching you, I'm passing on information to you. There's got to be interaction. I look and I think, oh my gosh, there's got to be a way to interact with these children to find out what they're understanding. Because you give them the homework and then they have no idea what to do. And invariably, they don't have a parent who knows what to do either. So the parent can't help them. So now this parent has to find money to go pay somebody to help their child get homework done. It doesn't make sense.
But you know, Jen, the studies have shown that if you're watching something on your phone, if it's not on a computer screen or on a TV, and you're watching it on your phone, every time something comes or there is probably a pop-up or something like that, you're going to click into it. And so it's a very heavy distraction of the situation that's going on right now with having these children online.
Yes. And then let me tell you, boys, think about this. We've talked about this before. Boys are very tractable. Okay? Girls, you can put girls to sit down, and a lot of times a girl will sit and she will pay attention and she will focus. And if you get a couple of girls together, they will work together quietly. Not boys. The way boys learn is by moving around. They need to move around. That's how you know that they're learning, right? When they're seated in front of that computer for an hour, just sitting there, it's they're they're distracted.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention, you know?
Yeah.
So we have to look into meeting their needs the way they learn. And we have to get those boys. And again, the classrooms are filled, or the internet classroom is filled with boys and girls. And the boys are checked out. I look at my nephews, I look at their eyes. They're distracted, you know?
Yeah.
And the other kids, we have to figure out a way to be able to meet their needs as boys and as girls. They just really got to rethink how this is being done if we want to hang on to these children. And what we were working on for all those years was to keep them away from the gangs. And now
school,
we're making it so easy for them now to look at that as an option.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that. You know, how difficult do you think it'll be to get these teens back into the classroom when face-to-face is allowed to happen? I mean, we haven't even talked or looked at the vaccination numbers based on different populations. We have a cumulative number for teens who've been vaccinated, but when they are allowed to go back face-to-face, do you think it'll be a natural return for those who have dropped out already, or do you think it's going to take some added effort?
It's going to take added effort. It really will, to bring them back to the classroom and to get them re-engaged. And again, they really have to look at the psychology of how children learn. When they have been demotivated, their self-esteem has dropped. Mm-hmm. They cannot keep up with the work. And what happens? Children tend to think, if I can't keep up with the work, I'm dumb. I must be dumb. Why can't I keep up? The other people in the class look like they understand what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's demoralizing. And when you demoralize a human being, especially a teenager, it's so hard to bring them back to the point where they need to be. You know? Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this to be over and real quickly try to re-engage with these children.
Yeah.
And again, they really need to look at the psychology of learning and look at how boys learn, because it's the boys that we're losing more so than the girls.
Yeah.
I don't want to just focus on the fact that young boys, and probably in instances girls too, are only dropping out for the purpose of gangs. You know, there are situations where people are seeing their teenager, who very often we treat like adults at home doing nothing, and they say, well, you could go out and make some money or help to sell.
Yeah.
So they start to earn money. And that is I'd imagine. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So when they start to make money or help the household, it could be from the parental level, where they're like, well, it helps if you make money versus being in school, or the teen themselves may get accustomed to earning their own. Do you foresee that to be part of the obstacle in getting them to want to come back to the classroom?
That's a big one. That is a big one. Because once they get out there and they experience making money, it makes them feel adultified, right? Now, why am I going back to school when I can make all this money and I didn't have to go finish getting a high school diploma or getting a piece of paper? I'm earning money, right? Mm-hmm. Another thing that we need to just touch on is a lot of our kids who have problems with reading, had problems with reading before the pandemic, and now with the pandemic, they're not getting the close attention that is possible to get. Like, for example, with Tina's program, where they're able to get some assistance with learning how to read so they can keep up.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing that we I don't know if we're paying attention to. We have a lot of, I think the research says that if the kids do not know, they haven't got a grasp of their reading skills by standard 2, that chances of them making it through high school or staying in because they get frustrated are high. They're going to leave. They're going to drop out. because of the pure frustration of not being able to understand what the other kids are understanding.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of our kids that have reading problems before this.
Yeah, but because then one of the things that is not there anymore is that hands-on learning, whereby you're actually showing, or the teacher is actually coming around and saying, this is what you should do and should say. And for that reason, I always give a lot of kudos to teachers, especially the kindergarten one, because man, but it's very important, when they must go back in that classroom of having to leave behind all the snacks that you normally do when you're when you're on Zoom and all these things, Jen. To foresee what's going to happen next, it's going to be tough, and it will be something that works on your mental.
I was talking. There was this really innovative program that I saw in the States, and I thought, wow, that could work home. What they were doing, the children, because the children need the social part of school.
Yeah.
The social. That's a huge thing for children, especially teenagers, right? So the kids could come to classes, the ones who do not have like the iPad and the phone, and they need help. So those kids who need help would come to school. And they had a classroom with social distancing, everything. Teacher is in another classroom with a blackboard or her board and all her things. And she explains the concepts that the child needs to learn for the day. And then asks them if they understand everything. She's able to write on the board and show them how to figure things out. But she's in her classroom doing all this, and they're right in another classroom, and they can ask questions and interact right there on the spot. If them work, they get instant gratification of having someone show them, explain to them what they're doing right or not. I think it's a phenomenal idea. You see, so the ones that would tend to fall behind don't fall behind because they're getting that additional attention that they need.
Yeah.
Right. I would love to see them do something like that here. I put it on the
yeah. Yeah, where you separate the teacher from the students, and the students are socially distanced, so they can still have some level. I mean, it's not face to face, but it's immediate interaction.
It's immediate.
Yeah. Now, let me bring this home, because I think we look at the situation. I think from the point when the Ministry of Education, the minister had said it on the show, it was very concerning. And we've gotten additional reports from schools that say the same, that they're seeing a lower enrollment rate. Now, the question is, what's the role here of the community? What's the role of the school? What's the role of the parents? Because it has always been important that we're able to recognize that the children can't be driven entirely on their own. They have adults who guide them into doing what is necessary for them to reach their full potential. What is that face?
And it's, I've worked with these kids for a long time. We've worked with these children, and we see the problems firsthand.
Yeah.
And if back then it was concerning us, can you imagine how much now it's scaring us when we see this? Because there's a group of children who are not going to make it. I remember growing up, Marlene, and we used to say, oh, we have 96% literacy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we could boast that, and it was real, right? Now, as we get older, we look and we go, parents are taking their children and putting them out to work. We have the laws, yes, but they're still sending their kids out to work.
Mm-hmm.
And once a kid goes out there and starts working, they feel like they're adults because they're contributing to the home.
Yeah.
So there's a certain group of kids, unless we put the things into effect that we need to put into effect, we're going to lose them. And we can hardly afford to lose a whole group of children because of poverty or because of whatever else is going on in the community. Those are the children we have to make the effort to grab a hold of them and help them so that we can stop some of the stuff that's going on out there.
Yeah.
I think when we look, oh, they're killing each other. Well, let them kill each other. They'll get rid of each other. No, that's not the answer. We have to make the effort to make sure that as children become educated, they learn things like empathy. They start working with each other and they start learning about caring for each other, right? We have to do those things. The children must learn how to read. They must learn how to interact with each other.
Yeah.
We all, as a community, have a responsibility to figure out if you just reach back and help one child to get back into school who can't pay fees. If we could, each one of us help one child to help with their fees to get them back in school. So that the parent doesn't have to sacrifice their child and put them to work to help feed their family. Well, I think that would be a start. We all have a responsibility to reach back and help at least one child, at least one.
Even the community, though. Even the wider community. Yeah. You know,
I'm talking about the community.
I love what you're saying when you talk about the empathy we need to have to each other, because the frustration is all around. You talk to parents, they're frustrated with the system. You talk to teachers, they're frustrated and doing all that they can. Resources are hard to come by all around. You know, the parents may not be able to afford things. The schools need to provide things. The teachers are on a pay cut, and so it's just constant blame game and a cycle that's happening. But in the meantime, the focus on children it's being lost.
It's not being, Marlene. It's gone out the door. It's gone out the door. And we talk about the children are our future. They are our future. That's who's going to be running this country in a few years. I mean, have we thought about that?
Going.
Have we thought about that?
Going down the.
These are
the 2 years of and as a parent, I'm here thinking, and this is the part that I love. I get to listen and I get to learn, but I'm thinking that it's up to us, the parents, to try and bring back those children within the for the 2 years or the two different school years that they've been missing right now. Having to deal with them and their social issues, having to deal with them and the world of the internet, having to deal with them and providing snacks for them because they're able to at this particular time while they're on Zoom. Jenny and Marlene, when these children go back to school, it's going to be a whole new learning lesson, a lesson of life that they'll need to be instilled. It's going to be a tough situation between them and the teacher. Jenny and Marlene, it's going to be it's a tough situation that we are in, but the onus is up to us, the parents, to try and prepare them for when they get back to school.
And one of the ways parents have to do this, parents have to start paying attention. I mean, I don't care if you can't read or you don't understand the homework, but you need to get out there and go check on those children, take out the headphones and see what they're listening to. Are they to the teacher? Do at least that. Ensure that they are paying attention. Check to make sure that they're doing the homework. You might not understand the homework, but check to make sure they are doing it. They're sitting
that their answers on the paper.
Sure that yes, make sure they're picking up a book and reading. You cannot just let them be because it's a pandemic. No, life is still going on. Life is still going on and our children are falling backwards. And each one of us has a responsibility to make sure that we are there to still catch them. We still need to catch them.
Well, that's one of the things I wanted to ask you to at least address, because we can talk about the challenges of children who are in classes, children who do have some level of presence by their parents in this process. Some are lucky enough to have a tutor to help them or a teacher to help them. But we're talking about the ones who are left to do it on their own, may choose not to, who may have work responsibilities added to them now because they have to help out at home, or they are the main caretaker of the younger siblings. And so the expectation is they're doing school and taking care of the toddler in the process. And these are children who deserve as much as every other child in this country to have access to that education and to stay in school. Now, we could go the route of blaming parents, but in my heart, I feel that no parent wants that life for their child.
Yeah.
They're probably doing the best that they can. So, Jenny, there are community groups, there are church groups, there are persons who are out in society who would love to help but don't know how. What do you think we can do as a society to kind of step in, because it is a challenging situation for some families out there and they need help?
I had one of my friends call me a couple nights ago and say that he'd been gifted some iPads, and he was asking me if I know of any children who did not have access to the iPad for classes. So I was calling the families that I know, and a couple of the children had already dropped out of school because they didn't have the iPads, right? So those are some of the things.
Yeah.
And when I say iPads, it's not iPads, it's those little
tablets,
$100 tablets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. If you can help a child who cannot go into the classes because he has no access. But then also the child would also need to be getting the internet.
Yeah.
He also has to have internet, right? So it's not just the iPad; it's also help with the internet.
Yeah.
Basically there are some things going on that the community can help.
Yeah.
Right. If at all possible, can we bring maybe a friend? We don't want people in our homes, but there's got to be some way that you can reach out and help some of these friends. Find ways. If for no other reason, if in no other way, that maybe you can help a child with homework.
Yeah.
Help guide a child with homework.
All right.
Yeah, Jen, we're so thankful that you could have joined us this morning. We miss you, like we mentioned. We hope that the next time we see you could be in the studio with us, so we could have a real heart-to-heart. We could have that heart-to-heart and try to roll that out.
Eye to eye, right?
Yes. But it's nice to have you in this morning. Thank you so very much, and here's wishing you a great day.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So we're about to take a break. We'll ramp things up for Friday morning. When we come back, that guy is going to be in with us. Who? There are only two letters I know him by, TR. And we've got to put the shine behind it. So we'll have some music when we come back with our brother, TR Shine. Stay with us. We'll be back.
These are the people who I want to appeal to. Make those little slips. It happens. You have to have a plan to manage your problems effectively. How are you going to do it? Fall off the horse and jump right back on.
Working off-site doesn't mean you have to be off your game. Studies have shown that simply adding a keyboard and mouse to your laptop increases productivity by 26%. Add a monitor and you'll be 35% more productive. At Fulltech Systems, we have what you need to enhance your remote work or e-learning experience. With devices such as headsets, video conferencing monitors, webcams, keyboards, mice, docking stations, all with the brands you trust. Keep connected with collaboration tools like Microsoft 365 Suite and Kaspersky and perform efficiently no matter where you are. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Smart continues to expand its internet coverage countrywide to help you live a smarter life.
Our villagers are very happy. They are pleased to know that Smart went the extra mile to put a tower in our village.
Communities across Belize. Now save even more when you bundle your Smart broadband with Smart mobile services. Smart, bringing people together.
Imagine going through your entire day without the burden and risk of carrying cash on you. Belize's shift to digital wallets has begun with eCash. We can now skip the cash when collecting money or paying for our essentials, all while using a fast, easy, and secure platform. Simply add funds to your wallet via bank transfer or at an agent, and you're good to go. You will be able to make quick, easy payments simply by scanning QR codes. And best of all, it all happens just like that. Payments are as easy as clicking a link online or scanning a QR code. Download the eCash app from the Google Play and Apple App Store today and take your first step into a cashless lifestyle. The future is here with eCash. For more information, visit www.e-cash.com or contact us via WhatsApp at 613-0257 to find out more.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 5 Caribbean Media Awards for 2019 and 2020. Best Television News Item, Best Responsible Coverage of Children's Issues, Best Health Education Journalism, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with special mention by the jury in the Best Television News Item category.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind the scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're moving now into our second segment of the morning, and it's about entertainment. This guy is in with us, Shine. My brother. No more about nothing, everything in the work. That me tell you. We can hear you know. TR, welcome, man. It's nice to see you, bro. It's been a while. What's up?
Likewise. Nice to see you guys. Likewise, you know.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
The sky is up.
Sky is up. And it's always up.
Always up.
And then again, while you say sky is up, while you're an artist, one of Belize's biggest artists, everybody knows you. You say sky is up, something that we use every day. You're also a farmer. We're knowing this now about you.
Yeah. This is the alternate things I do besides singing now, you know.
Yeah.
Bills gotta be paid, and so we're doing farming now. Actually, Heights of Vibes record label is actually a farming and a studio
What?
Record labels.
No, we are actually a non-profit organization as well, right?
Wow.
So that's what we do.
TR. That's what you've been up
I
to.
guess the question here is because when we think about how the entertainment industry has been disrupted by the pandemic, we talk to other artists and they talk about struggling, they're trying to find jobs to be able to supplement their income. You were able to turn to agriculture.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what got you your tear shine. so what got you? What made you want to? You know what? Boy, I'm good at farming. How did that start?
You know, it's an endeavor that was to be dealt with years ago.
Really?
You know, my manager, he's always there working with. You know, we gotta pay bills.
Yeah.
We got studios, light, water. You know the necessities.
Yeah.
But you know, being at the pandemic land, you know, we have to find other alternative ways to try pay the bill.
Yeah.
So we found farming, landed it. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And how is that coming for you guys?
You know, it's a start.
Yeah.
It's actually just we finished the first greenhouse, so yeah, we're actually seeking sponsorship to get more greenhouses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this is gonna be a longevity thing for the rest of our lives.
Well, I could just imagine this vegetable produce and have the best jingle in town.
Yeah, why not?
You write it and you sing it.
Why not? Why not? Sweet pepper, my boy.
Tell us that sweet pepper nice, we'll believe you.
Of course, you know, and you know, that a good endeavor. I mean, it keeps you positive.
Yeah.
After any type of iniquity, and you know, keep your mind focused into doing something prosperous for your family.
Yeah.
And I believe that every youth, everybody where they look for something for doing at a time, should go and find somebody that, you know, help them with whatever they can, you know.
Yeah.
And be positive in everything you do too.
I know, that's what I'm getting from you. So much positive energy from you. Came in,
Yeah.
I've been asking you how it's going, and you're like, yeah, we manage. I have my farm. And
That's
still
fine.
writing music, performing music. Huge fan of the collab project for the
Yes.
Belize song, My Belize. You wrote it.
Yes.
Tell us about that story.
Well, the experience with Ascentium, which in y'all know my genre. I'm into soca and dancehall and reggae, but going the rock and roll alternative style is like, oh, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
But I have a little bit of background on that too, because you know I tend to listen to a lot of music.
Yeah.
So I don't have no specific music where I go in, but you know, working with these guys, working with Consigo, Britney Stars, and Jasmine, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The video shoot with Carla Habit was phenomenal as well. These guys at Ignite did a great job. I mean, big up Ascentium every time too.
Yeah.
You guys big up themselves, because you know it was a tedious work. Back and forth, you know, here and there. Yo, we gotta fix this. How is that gonna go? And you know, it came out real good at the end, and that's what we're happy for.
But tell us about putting together the lyrics for the song too. You know, I mean, I just feel the love for the country when we listen to that song.
Because I believe,
Yeah, actually, if you would do a little bit of studying, I actually heard a song called "I Believe Belize."
I believe in Belize.
I believe in Belize.
Long ago.
Yeah, about 2007.
No, this is not Tanya Carter's one.
The
I
know.
Not even. This is like an old song I heard. And this is after the fact when I wrote the Belize one too. But it's like the same concept, and so I'm thinking that maybe I have heard it before. but for sure it's an original.
Yeah.
You know, the lyrics just came. I would say, you know, it's the vibration of the rhythm.
Yeah.
Because you can't speak anything if the vibration of the rhythm not there.
Yeah.
And it was Kendall Simpson who actually started the first draft of that rhythm, and then Ascentium went and built it over. And when they built it over, they gave it, like, you know, they're the real rock and roll guys, right? So they gave.
When Ascentium started playing on one of our shows, people were like, Belizeans don't love rock. Right.
Yeah, right. There is a crowd for rock and roll.
There's a crowd for rock and roll. There's a crowd for EDM as well.
There's a crowd for every genre of music in Belize. The diversity, you know.
Yeah.
But Ascentium them, I mean, like, for their music, when they come together and put together for their love of the music, because you gotta love the music first. You know, this ain't no overnight thing for you. I've been seeing Ascentium working on. There was this tourist village place called Pirate.
Yeah.
And this is so much years ago. And these guys work tirelessly to be where they are, and so have I.
They're passionate musicians.
Yes, it's a passionate musicianship, and you know, sharing the friendship with them with the music too is just out of the world. You know?
Yes. So let me ask, when they asked you to come in on the project, was it to be the writer? Were they expecting you to kind of stay in your box, you that you are, so you must do soca?
Well, it was a job that was sent down from I think that was ministry. I'm not sure which ministry, but they asked.
Yeah.
And it was a thing whereby they wanted to cause to be honest, you don't know where I'm gonna choose. Right away, past the top. One ball is sending, so we want to do something different, and okay, let's try something different. When the rock and roll come on, I'm like, okay, boom. I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this, but I sit down, formulate, and it came to reality.
It came to you.
Yeah.
All right.
So we already know you're a great singer, right? You don't have to tell me that.
You don't have to get to a certain pitch when it comes to this rock and roll at times. And I noticed that you were at a lower pitch of this. So was it easier to work along with? Now that you venture off into it?
Actually, that's a higher pitch, bro. It sounds low.
It sounds low, but it's higher.
It's a higher pitch, especially when the rhythm transition into the
Then you have to go higher.
Then we got to go higher. And that was the choir part. The performances we did in Pan, that was, I didn't remember because there's so much show that come right after that.
Yeah.
But it was good. Alex did a phenomenal job again bringing the actual choir to the whole song. I was like, whoa. I never heard sing it on choir before. So.
What's it like being back performing, whether for a video shoot or going, especially with September celebrations, being able to perform live again?
Well, it's not everywhere live
I know.
again, but
and it's not a crowd.
Yeah, and I would plead to everybody to please go and get their vaccines so that we can get back to normal and do this the right way.
Indeed.
I think that is synopsis for the answer right
Yeah. But I mean, when you get back in, whether it's in a studio, whether it's in front of a small group of people, which is all we could do right now, or out on a video shoot, I mean, it must feel like, things are coming back to normal.
Well, I would say, but I don't want to listen. So I could be a little bit contradicting on that because it's like, you want it there, but it's not coming. Then of course, the pandemic just really slowed down the bills process because if you was to be charging a certain ratio amount of money, they can't pay you that now. So you just gotta work economical.
So they have to cut down, you have to cut down.
Yeah, it's economical work.
Yeah.
Music is business.
Yeah.
So you gotta be economical with music as well too, right?
Then you've got your new song going on.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that. I mean, how
He's like, oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you don't care shine. We want no more.
I try formulate, bro, because you never know when the hit will come.
Yeah.
You understand? Like Come Closer, right? They're one of your favorite songs. That people don't know that song actually sit down in the cupboard for years.
Really?
It was a radio station personnel came along one day and said, hey, let me hear what you got new. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, this. Man call me cupboard artist when you're ready. But working on my new stuff there now, there's a big transition from how the music used to be then to now. Because all the producers then come with nicer rhythms. The production is way higher now. Like for instance, Kendall Simpson, well, they did the Bellikin Fest with you guys. That was phenomenal. I mean, the quality of the everything is whoa. That was off the hook, But working with these guys, it's always do good music and find the hit if you possibly can. Don't stop singing because you never know when the hit will come.
That's true.
Because I never know Come Closer may be a hit back then.
Big hit.
I knew Soca that was going to be a hit though.
But this new one now, this
one, the Bam Bam.
No, it's called, oh damn, why you give it the name the far?
Because we were talking about how you would dance the Bam Bam.
Oh.
Good
because you had a dance that you were going to talk about today, right?
I don't give that song a good name, Marlene.
Really? Marlene, I name a song for you today.
This song was actually written and debuted on the City Council show.
Okay.
It hasn't been released as yet.
Okay.
But it's going to be debuted here today again.
Nice.
Sweet.
So even though there was no carnival, you still tap back into your soca vibe.
Why not? You have to.
You got to.
You got to.
What went through your mind when you're writing this one? You just...
Well, Ever Hype from Orange Rock had this rhythm driven that he was supposed to put out. So my bro Echo, I heard him, Echo Middleton, he was there doing a song on the rhythm as well too. And his is nice, but he's like, when I don't finish with it, I guess he want to put V1 on the side. But his song is hard to me. And they're like, then a lot of that symbiosis, like, bro, yo, everything hard, man. Everything hard. But yeah, like, we're not sure which one, man, right? But
yeah.
I mean, this song compares and sings about loving somebody and being there with them, and being, it's like you go to fetes, you see so much people, you danced with so much people, but it's just that one. You understand? So the song compares around that. It's a loving song too.
Nice.
It involves carnival in it, of course.
Yeah.
But then
well, that's the way I do.
reality after the.
I was gonna ask if this is a true story for you.
Yeah.
The man look wrong there. You look wrong.
Nobody out here. Tell just me, right?
But, I have a question here, TR. You know, a lot of the time, sometimes it's when you're doing something that you like. You found a love for farming. But while you're farming, you actually at times find yourself thinking, because you already done, you're used to the work, so you're doing. What is it like for you mentally, especially dealing with music?
Well, I'll be honest with you, we built this greenhouse from the scratch, right? So dealing with the farming, it brings a sense of good humor to you and opens your horizon, and like it's so, you breathe the fresh air, go and chill with nature.
Yeah.
Get away from the city and leave it, because I guess that's what we need for this sometimes. We need to go and do a little bit of exiling.
Yeah.
And be honest with you, we just start the project,
so
I don't get time for go and sit down and fishing and meditate, doing a hunting, nothing yet. So it's just work until we can sit down and then reap the purpose.
Yeah, that's right. This Molly, man, always TR shine, smooth. So TR, we know that you're gonna debut that song, but yeah.
No, I just wanted to ask you, how much you get to catch up with other artists and find out how things are going.
Yeah, it does happen, but being that the COVID situation, you just gotta isolate and hold your own corner, because nobody know who have that. And again, I appeal, everybody go for your vaccination. Get the first, the second shot. Pfizer, Johnson, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because Corona is real.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally somebody where I know passed just yesterday coming from Orange Rock.
Yes, sir.
From COVID. So, I mean, like, it's real.
Wow. Tough. Well, we know that you've got this song to perform for us, bro. Like you say, you know, even name it correctly the way you want.
Well, maybe we should ask our viewers to name it.
To name it after you finish.
No problem.
But this is your time to shine as usual, TR, and we know that you'll be doing this song for us right in that corner, sir. Sir, you go ahead.
So you did say that you did it for the first time for the virtual City Council Carnival.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now, here.
All right. The video to come next?
That's an idea we should do, because I sent this song to somebody in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we can't stop. Put this on. It's like the perfect groovy song right now. So
yes.
And everybody's asking me for the power, because they don't know that the power is big, right? But then I'm slowing it down now.
Well, when you say that and sending it out to the other Caribbean countries, I know you have to perform, but I just want to know, you were the momentum for soca in this country was one that was building. You were opening up for the biggest soca artists that were coming in internationally. They were communicating with you, collaborating with you.
Yeah.
Have you maintained the relationships? It's got to be tough that it kind of just stopped there.
It is. COVID kind of stopped a lot of stuff, but the networking is always there. So, I mean, COVID actually is a booster for artists.
It's a blessing in disguise.
Yes, a blessing in disguise for artists, because this is now where you get to put your music out online and reach out into the diasporans down to the world. You understand? I mean, the music not always, because I mean, like when you deal with music, now a different sandbox. So much artists there. So it's kind of hard for you, the individual, to get that view out there, because you got so much anyway to do the same thing and even better.
Yeah.
But just have faith in yourself and believe in yourself that you can do it.
That's right.
And that's what I always do. I'm a man, I'm a faith man.
I know you, TR. You're by me.
You always come in with that positive energy, I gotta tell you.
But anyways, bro, this is your time to shine as usual, and it's time to perform that song. So let's do it. TR, shine.
Some soca for the September, right? There we go.
All right.
There's nothing new under the sun. Everything already been said, everything have been done. But I never seen a whining like that before. Everything already been said when you're whining down. Oh, I seen plenty bam bam man wine up and a plenty of them. Oh, Oh, I've been to many a fete and I just keep a gal company. Oh, I feel I don't live the life, eh? So much gal to decide, but I never felt a wine like that. Never felt a wine. Oh, the way you're jamming down, gal, winding up, gal. Give me love, gal. God made the finest piece of specimen when He made you. You give me love, gal. Show me love, gal. Cause whenever I saw you, I knew that I was standing on holy grounds. Now I whining on holy grounds. Now I jumping on holy grounds. Now I fetting on holy grounds. Yeah, yeah, on holy grounds. Now I jumping on holy grounds. Now me whining on holy grounds. Yeah, yeah. When you win. If me was lost, then I refine me soul. You like the whining, this so they speak vocal. He talk to me when I did come close. I tell me, oh la, she will never let go of the soca. Dan dada, say things that had been shall be, that which is done shall be done. There's no new thing under the sun. Oh, I seen plenty bam bam and wine up and a plenty of them. Oh, I've been to many a fete and I just keep a girl company. Oh, I feel I don't live the life, eh? So much girl to decide, but I never felt a wine like that. Never felt a wine. Oh, the way you're jamming. Oh boy. Winding up, y'all. Give me love, y'all. God made the finest piece of specimen when He made you. You give me love, y'all. Show me love, y'all. Cause whenever I saw you, I knew that I was standing on holy grounds. Now me jumping on holy grounds. Now me fetting on holy grounds. Now me whining on holy grounds. Yeah, yeah. On holy grounds. Now me fetting on holy grounds. This is new for you, right? When you in my presence, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything already been said, everything have been done. But I never seen a whining like that before. Everything already been said when you're whining down.
Yeah, jump there, take another 2 minutes.
Hold your ground right there, right?
No, you know, I listened to the song. And you know, my mind, you know, trying to say what could have been a good name for this song.
No.
And can't get, like, seriously, it's that nice, man. It's that nice.
Thanks.
You know, it's so. For me, it's international. It's something that's on that level whereby they're like, yeah, what? If people hear this song and it goes out there to the real connect, TR, you're gone, boy.
I waiting patiently for it. I long to put my country on the map outside in soca.
You still feel that?
I feel it deep down in my heart. You know, there was this one time I do a trip to Trinidad and we went in this fete. I met Alex, the only Belizean I meet out there. He's the coordinator for the music stuff and this was in Trinidad, Mania Bacchanal Sunday. I never forget it. Marshall and all the big artists on the stage, right? And I like, he call out every other island. He called Belize, crowd quiet.
Real?
Crickets.
Oh my gosh.
You understand? And so happily that I actually the front of the stage and the man watch me and say, yo, TR Shine from Belize. You understand? That I like, yo, I really need to do this. You understand? Put our country on the map for soca. And I mean, there's plenty talent. There's Ernestine, there's Echo Middleton, there's Bastic, there's Wilson Greenwich. I mean, you know, we have so much artists out there where want the breakthrough and we deserve the break. But you know, it's a thing of support too, right? I mean, we always appeal for the masses to support our music and, you know, deal with the music and treat it the way we need to be treated to with music, you know, because outside, when you deal with musicians outside and the people outside, it's like different from here. Understand? So if we can, this is a thing where we need the Belize to one artist association. There's so much intricacies that we can talk about in music, right? But we do need one association for artists of Belize so that we can, you know, forward with the music. You understand? Because there are people out there who are doing for the music, but there's some who just do it within one modus operandi, and it's to whom them deem good. But and again, it's for you, the artist, to actually push yourself, get yourself formulated, and push yourself outside internationally.
Wow. But TR, you know, we're playing that song over while you talk. Where can
And I
we?
still dance.
Where can we? Yeah, where can we find it? Like,
That's
is it
not-
out
no,
already? It's
no,
not
not
out.
at
It's
all.
not out
It's
yet.
not out.
Yeah.
I don't know
This
that.
is-
That thing,
this is
this
what-
thing,
this is an amazing
This is the
song.
one,
Thank
bro.
you, man.
I feel.
And you know
Yeah.
what I gotta tell you, all the girls when they dance this song, they say, I wonder if the media sing this too.
Yeah. I wonder if the whole media sing. I wonder if the, you know.
Baby mama will trip on.
But you know what I love? I love what you're saying, because it's not just about getting started in the industry and kind of picking up traction in Belize. You have always consistently pushed yourself to be able to improve on your quality and what you're putting out. And I know you've worked hard to try to build that exposure.
Yeah.
So I definitely see this one taking off.
I see it too.
Thanks,
Like,
man.
I feel it.
You know
I
what?
feel
You
it.
know what? I'm gonna do a video for this.
Yes.
What I think I should do is just do a video for it and push it out for being that it's the Trinidadian time for Carnival.
Yeah.
They start from now. Then February is when it
big thing happen.
Yeah. But I mean, like, this is what other islands are to do.
Yeah.
As for instance, we only have song competitions in Belize. We're supposed to have a monarch in Belize. So I've seen certain people, they're out there with certain faces when if they do, and the things they shall do, and they're not doing it.
Yeah.
But they always come with a modus operandi behind the music, saying that they do much, but they don't. I don't want to disclose no names, but they know who they are.
Yeah.
But they need to do much more.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a holy position.
Yeah.
I know my bonfire I can, but
Well,
that's not my thing. Right?
Cool. Yeah.
That's not my thing. But there is the things that they can do, and it's easily because everything no monetary.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I just one call. Yo,
Connections and networks.
You understand everything no monetary, and if they would find it deep within their hearts to start help the people with it, push. You understand? And they push the youths them really want to do the music and show dedication and love to the music to this and not just come sing.
Yeah.
Yes, song everybody could sing. God give everybody a talent for sing. You understand? But that when you use it wisely, and do right things with it.
All right. We hear you, TR. We hear you.
So do we have a name? You're
song?
feeling a name yet?
You say Bam Bam.
No, I don't know. I don't know if the Bam Bam.
You know, after listening to it, I wonder, like,
you have too much love connection. Just call it Bam Bam.
But
you know, I
if you
think
notice,
about
it has
show
that
love.
Christian element within it too, right? Yes, we're standing on holy grounds and jumping on holy grounds,
So, you know, holy grounds,
that could
show
be-
the love, you know, all kind of things.
Holy ground could be.
All right.
Hear the love,
We
show
have
the
this
love.
brainstorming
Yeah,
session
we'll
off camera.
figure
Maybe
that out on along the road.
somebody's seeing the show and they have the perfect name for you
I
after
know, right?
this. And I don't tell you, John says he's not volunteering for come up with the TikTok dance for it.
Hey, why not? It's only right, my boy.
Tia, we want to thank you for coming in, man. It's always nice to have you in. Always nice to catch
a
up.
viewer says you should call it Divine Love.
Well, there you go. We did ask the viewers.
Or you could call it the wine love.
The wine love, oh God. No problem.
Because you did say that it's song, the one of the name whining here about
Whining
this, that feel and whatnot.
Never feel this
Yeah,
before.
never feel it before. So TR, you got fans that come up with things.
Yes,
now.
I am. Enough thanks, and I'm always giving thanks to my fans. Them big up on yourself.
Yes.
Thank you for the unwavering support for so many years. I mean, you know, I've always been here, and there's no day that I feel like I'm down in music.
Yeah,
You understand?
no day.
It's always an up feeling.
Yeah.
And you know, hard work outdo talent if talent no work hard.
That's right, my brother. This
So-
Molly boy.
That's right.
You know,
That's
and
right.
you just gotta keep pushing and stay focused. You know.
Yeah.
All right.
But I gotta give thanks to come here today because you know I feel me come on time.
I know.
Yeah,
You take long.
Yeah.
No make next month pass and you come
Today
back.
Friday, I got a bush tomorrow.
All right. And then we are putting with other food, sweet pepper too,
Yeah,
right?
no problem. No problem. Yellow and red.
Listen,
High value
if you
crop,
sing
yes.
to them, they're sweet.
What?
I could tell you that much.
That's for real.
All right.
You gotta speak to your plants then.
That's right. That you would have, hey, your school ain't you know. Just to say.
No. When they don't want to grow, then hey, you come on, let's go. Get up out of here.
Tia, thank you, brother. Thank you so very much.
Respect.
We did promise you a fun Friday, and that's what we're having at this time. Tia, once again, thank you. Wishing you all the very best. All right.
Thank you, my brother.
We're gonna
Thank you,
take the break.
Marcel.
When we come back, we'll be joined by none other than Chef Kareem. Now, this guy have the place smoking already, and he does his catering but we'll tell you all about that story when we come back. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
God made the finest piece of specimen when He made you. You give me love, girl. Show me love, girl. And whenever me saw you, I knew that I was standing on holy
The TV you love is always with you. From live TV, sports, and on-demand titles. Choose your plan today. Plans start as low as $15 per month. My TV. Entertainment anytime, anywhere.
Like other vaccines, the COVID-19 vaccines being developed have been through the same trial phases and rigorous process required for all vaccines. Global efforts on the development of the vaccines are built on existing research from previous coronaviruses like MERS and SARS-1. As COVID-19 vaccines are approved for their broad use in the population, be reassured that they will continue to be monitored to identify any adverse events. Your safety is our top priority. Vaccines bring us closer.
Bringing people together has always been SMART's mission and passion. That is why we are proud to have built a locally independent quality network from the ground up that spans the country with over 100 sites. We continue to add more affordable mobile data packages, broadband speeds, and voice services to meet your personal and business needs. SMART has set the standard of true competition with the most competitive prices on all services offered. We invite and welcome you to join the SMART family, where the value for your dollar matters. SMART will continue bringing new technologies, more affordable prices, network expansions, and people together. SMART, bringing people together.
At Belize Diagnostic Center, we offer FDA-approved PCR testing for COVID-19. Get your results as quickly as 1 hour. Don't risk getting exposed to COVID-19 by going elsewhere. We take appointments, or we can come to your home or office using our concierge service with no additional fees. We have 10 locations countrywide. Call or WhatsApp us at 613-TEST. That is 613-8378 to schedule your test today.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 5 Caribbean Media Awards for 2019 and 2020. Best Television News Item, Best Responsible Coverage of Children's Issues, Best Health Education Journalism, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with special mention by the jury in the Best Television News Item category.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the daily obituaries. the daily obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The daily obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's daily obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
We're back. We're back. We promised you a fun Friday. We gave you music, we gave you some advice, and now we're about to give you some food. This guy is in with us. We're talking here, Kareem Flowers. Now, he's the owner of KF Catering, and he's been doing this for about 2 years now. Welcome, morning.
Morning, guys. And
What's
it's a
up,
pleasure
man?
to be here.
Man, what's up? How you been?
I've been good, man. This pandemic have me in this kitchen working and try to give people different things, restaurant style from home.
Off camera, I asked you one question a while ago, because you did mention that the pandemic got you doing different, got you in the kitchen. Any regrets?
No regrets to it, because this is something that I actually love doing.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. And thanks to some friends, Chef Alex from Princess and Chef Denfield Christian from Biltmore. Those are one of my two mentors that actually pushed me to go out. They said, Kareem, you're very talented, so step out the box. But I was afraid to step out the box. For me, I don't really like disappointment, right? And I was kind of shy.
Yeah.
But they said, go, you work in a different industry before, tourism industry.
Yeah.
You're people friendly, so go out there. And when the pandemic really started, and I said, you know what, it's true, Kareem, people need to eat.
Yeah.
So better you just try, go ahead and do it. And I took that leap with the help of my family and the support from them too.
Yeah.
And it's a success so far.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I even had a pandemic baby as well.
Right? Business is booming all around.
The baby come 2 days just before we went on lockdown.
Oh, wow.
So, and she was part of it too as well. That,
You had to take care of her.
Take care of her along with my son, because I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, Kareem, we have been featuring over the course of the pandemic many different businesses that have popped up or expanded during the pandemic. And it's always amazing because it's hard for people out there.
Tough.
And some people like you have made that decision that you're just going to take a leap of faith and go after it. Yeah. You said you were doing your barbecue already just on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then when you lost your work due to pandemic, you went full time.
Yes.
Tell me what it was like. It wasn't an easy road. I guess that's the thing that we need to understand.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy road, but I've been out there a while now and I know a lot of people, so I just started using my phone, texting and back at it again, cooking, and they started ordering more from me, and after that I started getting quarreled with when I don't cook now.
Really?
Yes, I have people. I have very good, nice people that order from me, right? And once I don't cook, I get a phone call about that. So I have to do it now, right? And like I said, the business have been going for me as well.
Yeah.
Till now, my wife, she actually stopped working at the airport due to the pandemic too as well. And we took up cake. We started doing cake as well.
Sure.
Besides the food.
So I can get my food and cake.
And cake, plus a little bit of drinks, because I know a little bit of bartending.
Wow,
so
this guy, man.
It's like a full restaurant at home. I have one-stop shop. Right?
So, but Kareem, you know...
What kind of drinks do you throw?
Well, I love frozen drinks. I do like, I have my famous strawberry lemonade that I start doing as well. And that, you only could get that on Saturdays or sometimes when I get strawberries from the market, right? So that's one of my favorite drinks. I even do it frozen.
Yeah.
Right? The frozen strawberry lemonade. But I try to do mostly frozen drinks to send out because that's easier.
That's easier.
Yes.
I want to ask you this, and I think it's very important because there are a lot of people who right now who have been in the situation of the pandemic, lost their jobs, but they need to work. The thing about that though is that they're afraid. What are tough days like as a new business owner?
Well, for the tough days and thing, you just have to try to stick it out. Every day won't be good because then you have to watch. People have the weather, in the morning you have to watch your budget and all of that too as well.
Yeah.
Right, so you just have to accommodate people, and if you want to step out of the box, I always tell them, don't afraid.
Yeah.
I used to afraid, but no, you don't need to be afraid.
Now you just try.
Just try.
That big no. Don't afraid. Don't afraid.
They always say that, they always think, if you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah.
That's right.
Go back into doing something, and then you actually find something that you love.
Yeah.
Not because my mama said do this or do that. You take it from your heart and what you love. If I love cooking, make I get it and see if I could get out there and see if my people love my thing.
And now because barbecue go with baked beans when you have to serve baked beans, right?
No.
You do yours different.
I do mine different. Like on Saturdays, I have my barbecue up at DK, right? And I bring the barbecue a different style. I do dukono. I have the regular baked beans, coleslaw, rice and beans, but I do homemade beans. I don't use the canned beans.
Yeah.
Right? But I start bringing out dukono, baked potato, corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Yes. And whatever you want to do, I call it mix and match.
Yeah.
You mix whatever you want on the thing and I charge you.
Even taste better when I mix
Even taste better, right?
Wow.
All right, well, we know you love your kitchen and you have stuff here, so we'll keep on talking and you can start cooking.
Yeah.
What something smells delicious, and I see quite a few of my favorites here.
Yes. Well, today is my menu. On my menu today, I'm going to have the Caribbean style pineapple pork chops with steamed veg, rosemary potato, garlic rosemary potato, garlic bread, and corn on the cob. That's my menu along with the stuffed chicken breast.
Wow.
But I couldn't do the stuffed chicken breast here today because I have to put that in the oven.
Yeah.
Let's bring all these lighters. So
this is a sample of what you would get from today's menu. Where are we over here?
Check that out. Yeah, so we could actually, let's get a shot of this and then.
You see John to try to thief my place from
Sorry,
in front of me?
sorry.
You see that?
Yeah,
Right?
long time. This look good, card. Yeah, I hope you forgive me. Mara, I hope you forgive me.
Okay.
But check that out. This is what you could get today from Kareem.
So you have a daily special each day.
Yes, I do.
All right, and you send that out to your people through WhatsApp. What's going to come up for the day? They pick up.
Pick up and delivery.
Okay.
I normally charge $3 for delivery.
Okay.
Right within the city limit. Right, and you get your food by 12 o'clock. That's me.
Everybody prefer that.
I'm up in my kitchen from say about 5 in the morning because I'm the one who cook.
Yeah.
I have my friends, some of the guys that normally be around me, they help me prep veg and stuff, but the cooking part, that's me.
All right.
All heat.
So you have the daily menu, but then you also do catering. So if somebody wants a special meal or appetizers, they can get that from you.
They can get that too as well.
Yeah. What are you well known for?
Well, I'm well known for the seafood and the barbecue. Barbecue is one of my number
Look
one.
on that chicken breast there, man.
That was actually yesterday's menu.
That looks
Real?
delicious.
Yes, the Alfredo pasta, the grilled chicken breast.
So man.
All right, John, hungry bag. All right.
And I told her this morning, man, I'm hungry.
Yes.
So we're gonna be cooking up something.
Yes, I'm gonna do some of the stuffed jalapenos and some chicken fingers too as well, because Fridays normally Fridays for me. So
Fridays.
I normally have one separate thing, but I have to have fried food, right? Eat either peppers or fried chicken or wings.
Okay.
That's why I name it Fridays.
Fridays. That's so cool, man.
Let's see what you're gonna do. I see stuffed jalapenos. That was the first thing my eyes noticed, right?
All right. So I'm gonna start off. I normally dip it in a little egg white, egg wash, and the oil, milk. Dip it in the flour.
Yeah.
Then a double dip, right?
Sure.
Yes. In the breadcrumbs 2 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
I'm back in again.
Oh, you double dip that too?
Yes.
This
double dip. See, this help it with the crunch, right?
Yeah.
Give it that extra crunch on it.
Yeah.
So when you bite in it, you get a crunch and then you get a nice juice from the pepper.
So Kareem, you always love cooking? It wasn't just barbecue, grilling that you like?
I always love cooking. From when I was growing up, my mom, my aunt, everybody, like kitchen people, right?
Yeah.
And I just say, you know what, I mean, like eat.
Yeah.
And I decided, you know what, Kareem, food are the thing everybody have to eat.
Yeah.
So I just full force into it, right? And fortunately that I used to work at different resorts.
Yeah.
At Cave Branch, I wanted main place too as well. And
were you a chef there or?
no, I was actually a front end worker, but every so often I dip in the kitchen.
Ah.
The boss, Mr. Ian, he used to like it because I gone one Saturday where I had to start to carrot cake for him. Yeah, that was straight on the menu on Saturdays for the buffet, carrot cake.
So you did it from scratch?
Yes, I did it from scratch. Right,
What?
and I said, you know what, Kareem cooking, bartending, whatever. But me, this person, I challenge myself.
Yeah.
If I get tired of doing that thing, I go in and do something else. And I always have this thing where I say, if one don't work, I could fall back to the next one.
Anytime. Yeah.
Anytime. That not me.
Anytime.
Yes.
All right. Mix up, man.
Alright,
Yeah.
try the first one.
Easy. That's a good advice, though. Always try something else, because if one doesn't work, you could always fall back on something else.
The next one. Right.
All right. There you go, Car.
Look at that.
Me glad to call you friend.
Now you said that you've had a lot of support from people who knew you from the tourism industry.
Yes.
They came out and they started to support you. Yeah, you could use the same one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Check that out. Quick thing.
See, you just need a slightly turning at the pot to get a crisp to it.
Yeah.
Because the meat already done cooked.
Yeah.
The pepper done everything ready.
Done up already.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so we got our stuffed jalapenos out. So these are some of the things. Now you offer the.
Bring it. Let me show that on the. Yeah. Check that out.
Jalapeno.
What is it? You call me, you know? There you go. Stuffed jalapeno. Done by the man himself, Kareem Flowers of KF Catering. Check that out.
So you got daily menu, Monday to Friday.
Well, actually, I work 4 days for the week. I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Friday,
and Saturday. All right.
Thursday is normally my preparation day for Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Those are your
actually
busiest days.
day.
Okay.
Like I was telling the manager, Friday she got me with my kitchen this morning because normally Friday it's a whole day for me. Right?
But we did show you the Friday, right?
Yes. I love it, Carl.
And you remember what he said, that once it's done, it's done.
Yes.
All right.
So you got to get there early.
Yes,
You've also ventured into, you said, shifting things around with your barbecue.
Yes.
You're doing smoked meat as well?
Yes, I do smoked baby back ribs, smoked beef ribs. And I recently just last week, I started doing a smoked jerk chicken. Right, something different, right?
Check that out, huh?
Is John ready to eat, you know?
Long time.
Yes.
Check that out. Look at the color on those chicken things.
And what time you start selling food? The barbecues pick up?
Barbecues pick up or delivery too as well. I offer that delivery service because everybody don't want to come out.
Yeah.
And I have the guys there where, like I say, most of the people there around me are family, right? They can assist me, and then a part of it will push me to go.
Yeah.
Kareem, do your thing, real thing, and so then come and help me, and then they will repeat the delivery for me. So
that's nice.
That cut all the cost for me too as well.
Nice.
Because like I said, a family there around.
You know what I love about it, especially at the barbecue stand?
Yeah.
Good music, good people, and good food.
Yes.
That much I could tell you. That's right there.
That's how I do it, right? Because you need all the entertainment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you said that you are located in front of DK?
Besides DK and Jones Meat Shop.
Okay.
Notice Jones Meat Shop is one of my people because without him I never made that spot there.
That's nice, man.
He provide me most of my meat.
Yeah.
Right? The guy Aaron Castillo.
Yeah.
Right. So
I got in and they're gonna pick up some ribs.
Yes. Good cuts of meat you get from him.
So that means when somebody pull up, you can't say out of meat, you just go next door.
I never run out of meat. Once per Saturday.
You know when you hit a barbecue stall and they say done?
Yes, and that always catch me, especially with my regular pork too as well. And I will tell you get fresh cut.
Yeah.
So I go one time when my pork finish, I buy and the amount of pork I run in the back. I have my season, I have my special season where I used to as well. I got a special blend.
Yeah.
Right, and I just run in, clean up the meat, pop, and chop and grill. And always my customers they say they don't mind it because they don't know
that good thing
that come, right? Yeah. Yes.
If in 2019 somebody would tell you that you'd be officially moving into food, would you have believed it? Have your own business, KF Catering.
No, I never think, but you know, like I said, with the support.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me being from the south side, I try to motivate some of the youths in my neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
Right. I even do some. I work with my representative Shine, and when the pandemic me just start, actually do some food for the police officers there.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, do for children's home and different things.
Yeah.
Right. Because I just got to work with the business community in my neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
For the least support.
So if you want frozen drinks, where you go?
You just call and tell me what I want and I want.
Yeah, I gotta try that strawberry lemonade.
I know.
Does it have a good kick?
Yes, it has and you could add, it's nice with a little bit of Smirnoff in it too. Yeah. I always try to twist up all these things again, right? The strawberry
and then the carrot cake. When is this famous carrot cake on sale?
Well, it all depends because we do dessert every week too, one time for the week. So if I don't want to do the carrot cake, maybe I'll do it this week, or cheesecake. Our cheesecake is very famous too as well.
Yeah.
Right? But my wife, like I said, she take over the sweet part of it.
Yeah.
That's the one less stress to me. So
you do the drinks and the cooking, she do the baking.
She do the baking.
Nice.
And the baking not really my thing much, you know. I don't really like bake.
But you got this famous carrot cake bread.
Yes, that's the way I do, but that I just
But
pass
now
on
he's focusing on
the
meat.
food.
On the food.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a Facebook page, social media page. You could check out what you have daily and whatnot.
Yes, well, most of my food is been promoted through Alex Alvarado through Facebook, because I really have the time to go down and sit on Facebook like that. So I just send out my menu for him, and he'll answer people or pass on it for me.
That's great.
Right.
And he's a chef too.
He's a chef too as well.
Chef Alex.
Chef
He's been
Alex.
with us a few times. And Chef Densfield. I think that's amazing that you all are helping out each other as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Kareem, I'm so proud of the fact that you went out on a limb, especially at the onset of the pandemic. You're showing that you as an entrepreneur can move.
Yes.
Check that out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, just watching your pictures, I'm getting real hungry here, right? Yeah.
So just in case you're wondering about it, you could WhatsApp the guy, man, 6335709, and get a piece of what this guy has right now. Today are Fridays.
Yes, Fridays.
All right, and final bit of advice. The people out there who are stuck trying to figure out where to get the next income from, pandemic has hit them.
Yes.
What do you say to them? You've been there.
Well, I always tell them, just venture off into something, man.
Yeah.
Just don't be afraid, and just, you know what, make up your mind.
Yeah.
My job doesn't work, I'm gonna try something else. Right?
Yeah.
You have to follow the old people they're saying.
Right.
Like I said, if you don't succeed, try again, go and do something.
That's my
Right?
boy. That's my boy. Carl, thank you for joining us this morning, my brother. We need to dip into this Friday.
Belize City,
Yeah.
on the Philip Golson Highway between DK and Jones Mead.
Yes.
And the
Right
WhatsApp number is there, and he offers delivery as well.
Well, just on weekends I'm at DK.
At DK.
During the week I'm at home at 35 Amar Avenue.
Okay, so that's Tuesday, Wednesday.
Friday,
and Saturday.
Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at home.
At home.
Saturday.
Yes, and
is
Saturday
the
is at the
barbecue
barbecue spot.
Perfect.
At DK.
You said it, man. You said it.
Yes.
Car, thank you, my brother. We need to dip into this Friday and take a taste of
I don't know what I want
this menu that
first.
I know, right? So we're going to take the break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. Stay with us. We will be right back. Fridays.
Hey son, how was your first day at Sixth Form?
Really cool. It was great to see my friends, and I really love my teachers.
I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sorry I wasn't there for your first day, but I'll be back from Corozal next week.
It's okay, Dad. I can't wait to see you. Oh, and please remember, I still have some books I need to purchase.
Ah, yes. Let me e-cash you that right now. Money has been sent. I add a little extra cash just for you.
Whoa, Dad. Thanks. Got it.
You're welcome, sir.
Download the eCash app today and take your first step into a cashless lifestyle. For more information, visit www.e-cash.com or contact us via WhatsApp at 613-0257. eCash, the future is here.
es un hecho. Únicamente con Smart obtienes todo realmente ilimitado. Solo con Smart obtienes datos ilimitados en cualquier momento. Mientras que con el otro proveedor solo son datos dobles los fines de semana. Con datos ilimitados todos los días no hay necesidad de esperar, así que es un hecho que nuestros planes ilimitados superan a la competencia. Por lo tanto, no permita que le digan cómo y cuándo usar sus datos y obtenga llamadas, mensajes de texto y datos ilimitados. Vive la verdadera experiencia de planes ilimitados con Smart. Es un hecho. Haga el cambio y viva Smart.
As one of the largest cable and internet providers in Belize, CBC strives to provide our customers with the highest standards of quality, value, and service in all aspects of cable TV and internet. Monitoring our systems closely, our technicians combine creative planning and state-of-the-art technology with years of experience and training to develop and provide the most reliable and advanced cable and internet service to exceed your expectations. For CBC and our team of talented engineers, technicians, and customer service representatives, delivering less than the very best is never an option.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 5 Caribbean Media Awards for 2019 and 2020. Best Television News Item, Best Responsible Coverage of Children's Issues, Best Health Education Journalism, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with special mention by the jury in the Best Television News Item category.
And we're back, just like that. We are back, and Mar, what a fun Friday it was.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So great music, great food, and great
advice.
conversation.
That's right. That's what we had this morning. We're so glad that we could have been joined by Jenny. Next time, we do hope that she's in the studio. It's always nice to know what to, how to, when to, and she knows exactly how to break it down for us. And TR Shine, man. This
Love that song.
This song is definitely going to be a hit.
Divine Love?
Divine Love or Bam Bam, you know, Divine Love, Bam
Listen,
Bam.
my Bam Bam was just playing around. I think
You
it's
could
Bam
have.
Bam.
People actually stick to that one. So we're not sure what what's the name of the song as yet, but trust me, it's gonna. I feel it's this is the one for TR Shine, and he is venturing off now into some farming. So there's so many things that one is able to do around this time of the year.
Absolutely.
And
we
Kareem.
want to say thank you to Kareem
Oh my goodness, Kareem.
for providing breakfast. I already had it. It was delicious.
That's right. KF Catering, small business. They do it out of the home. But on Saturdays, they're at a specific spot. We do have a giveaway, and that's why I say a specific
Barbecue giveaway.
So, get on your device. Go to Facebook. There it is. Open Your Eyes BZ. You go there, and you answer the question.
In the live stream the video on Open Your Eyes.
And the thing about this barbecue, though, is that, man, you mix so much and it even tastes better. He has the regular things and then some. But the question is this. Where is KF Catering Barbecue located on Saturdays? All you need to do is to tell us that. You do that, you're the winner of a barbecue from Kareem. All right? It's that easy.
From KF Catering.
From KF Catering. And you say, and even catch me, stuff all up in you yet. But I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you. That's a
All right,
promise.
we're going to tell you the winner in just a few, but we do want to say thank you to our viewers for
That's
tuning
right.
in today. And we appreciate you joining us, and we hope you enjoyed all that we had lined up for you.
That's
if
right.
If you would like to get in touch with us, you can always drop us an email.
Drop us an email at oye@channel5belize.com. You could check us out on Facebook at Open Rise BZ. You can check us out on Instagram at OYEBelize. And drop us a line right there. You know, enjoy your day, enjoy your time. You could join us again when you open your eyes.
To Start your morning right.
As per usually, keep your eyes, your minds, and your hearts open. We're waiting for that winner. We're waiting for that winner that's coming out.
They're sending it over to us right now. If they take too long, we'll give it to the next person, right?
Oh, and the next person, right here. I'm not too far away, Car. You know I got you, buddy.
All right. So, of course, we want to thank you for participating and for attempting to win our giveaway. As you know, we're grateful for these businesses that come in and tell us all about what they have been doing. Kareem is another great example of people who've been able to find a way to survive through the pandemic. And it's a lesson for all of us, especially when things get particularly tough, that you can always be creative and innovative and take a shot at trying something new.
For that reason, we ask him the question, what do we do on hard days or when business is tough? And his thing is that, you know what? You just try again. It should never be that time that you stop because you already started. And so we're so thankful that he came in to join us this morning. Guess who wins? Lloydia Johnson. Lloydia, good morning. She is one of the biggest fans of Open Your Eyes. Lloydia, congratulations to you. Tomorrow, you could go up to Kareem. He is located right there between DK and Juns Meat on the Philip Golson Highway, and you get your barbecue right there. Carry your ID, Lloydia. I know you, but carry your ID. All right? But we're going to see you again on Monday. Remember, keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open. We'll see you soon. Enjoy your day, Belize.
So much girl to decide, but I never felt a wine like that. Never felt a wine. Oh, the way you're jumping on, girl. Winding up, girl. Give me love, girl. God made the finest piece of specimen when he made you. You give me love, girl. Show me love, girl. And whenever I saw you, I knew that I was standing on holy gongs. Now I whining in holy gongs. Now I fetting on holy gongs. Now I jumping on holy gongs, on holy gongs. Now I fetting on holy gongs. Now I whining on holy gongs, when you in my presence. If you was lost, then you refine my soul, girl, like the wine in this. So they a speak vocal, you talk to me. When I did come close, I tell me, oh Lord, she will never let go of the soca. And dada, say things that had been shall be, that which is done shall be done. There's no new thing under the sun. Oh, I seen plenty bam bam and wine up and a plenty.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.